like a maid with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long...
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Brooklyn Beats and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go. Right there. 54.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught. It's Malone. And he's brought down after a very nice game. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A first down carry by Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Throw left side, complete to Moss. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Don't say nothing.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Open man there is Malone. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Malone with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. 54.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Alert flare.
80 weapons.
Switch.
Five.
On first down, Massey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Mike 54. Come on. Check 43. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Watch that.
Deep grip.
They'll try the left side. Massey. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Tight end right.
Look at me. Zip, get it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rush. He finds his man Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Check 13. Check 13.
Watch twist.
They'll try the left side. Massey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Set up. 8, read. Recon, 132 fighter.
26, check 26. Wide, get wide.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Open man is Switzer, complete. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ryan Switzer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Check.
Ready?
Now a give, right side. Massey, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check. Hey!
First carry for James Conner, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Hey, Zoo.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Record.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Hey, let's get this. 58.
Yo, go.
Let's go.
Leo. Now.
Throwing here, rush. And that will be incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And touchdown. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I got you. 36. Check safety. Hey, watch this. Let's go.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. 60 or.
Right, 54. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe
They'll run on first down. Massey, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Hey, Charlie. Go. Hey, Sam off. 5. 6.
Off play action. Rush. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On second down, Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Fielded just inside the 20. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 1st and 10, Rush. Got an open man. It's Washington. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
1st and 10 at the 29
Let's go!
yard
Let's go!
line.
Let's go!
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Let's go now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
3 butt. Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Rock it. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Let's go.
Back to throw, Rush. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Check. Go.
Now Rush. This is Johnson. He's got it. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. You draw Corker. He's coming. We got double up. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. You don't want none of that. Christone, travel. Jack. Ready.
On the draw, counter. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
Ready? 18 Gator. All day, just like that. Look, squeeze. Come. Sponge. No. Off. Now. Shoot.
On 2nd and 12, Rush to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Yeah. 58 right there. I'm not ready. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Here we go, D. Hey. High 7. It's me and you. Check 31. Now.
To throw on third down. Rush. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw again on second down. Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Mike, 49. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Slam, slam, slam.
General West.
He's coming. Double up.
They go.
On first down, Massey.
Run.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
It's going to be a long day.
Fair. X3. 218, chopper.
Watch out.
Look at me. Zipper.
Off the play fake. Rush looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
A 40-yard attempt.
And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check 52.
Kill.
Regular.
To throw again. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll keep it on the ground. Massey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. Fresno.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike, 53. Mike.
Hey, we got to get this.
To throw is Rush. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Go. Hey, exit. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rush. Washington's got it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Delta.
I got him. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Throwing on first down. Rush. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10.
Push him back.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Say. Check your hot read.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Check 37. Check 37.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Switch. Tight dog. Check 50. Check 3.
Check go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 11-yard line.
Let's go.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Smooth.
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. No chance. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Squeeze, double.
Here's Rush to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there, with touchdown number 20 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Five.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
You better be ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Massey, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 50, plant. Okay, echo.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
We own it. We own it.
Go.
Hey, get it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rush. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Counter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Bang, 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 bang.
On 1st down, Massey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Now watch one. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Massey, he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Here comes the boom. I see you. I see you.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
153.
Yep.
153. Watch the screen. Pass.
Shoot.
Rush. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 27, Allen is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
He's checking credit.
Alert! Chopper!
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Eluding the pressure right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he shot to tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And give him 4 yards there, it'll be 2nd and 6. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Watch, twist.
80 weapons.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. This one into the hands of Burton. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Trey Burton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Now the try here for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Beats 38. Steelers 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Haywood! 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Go! Go!
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
5 wide. All 52. Hey,
Team 6. Team 6.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there. Finding the end zone on the game's final play. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. So tack on the extra point for one more. What a finish as they wind up winning this one by 4. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream, maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for Brooklyn, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, for Charles Davis and